Caring for children is hard, even on the good days. However, when your child is experiencing a mental or physical health need, it can take a toll on parents and caregivers. Here are some tips on how to take care of yourself, other family members, or children while you navigate a mental health concern with a child.
As a parent watches their child going through mental health concerns, I'm imagining from my experience and what I've seen is that the parents often have a lot of guilt, they have a lot of worries, they have a lot of uncertainty that they're going through. The recognition of stress with the caregiver is quite important because one, they're modeling appropriate coping skills to their children during a time of stress. Two, it is important for them to stay on top of their best mental condition in order to make difficult medical decisions for their children. Three, for their own longevity when it comes to the endurance. They need to know that this is a marathon and not a sprint.
Like our daughter has some struggles with ADHD and then also with anxiety. I think I've learned from my daughter, as well as sometimes it's kind of draining, just relationally with my husband and I and with the other kids, but also with her, trying to do the best job we can parenting her.
Advocacy is it's a very big topic. What parents can do is to be honest with their children, honest with their peers. Managing the stigmas from a family perspective, I think, is an individual choice. I don't think there's a one-size-fits-all approach. So recognizing and being aware of the stigmas that the parents have or the child has or a family member has, and bringing that to the light and processing that and working through that is important first. And then they can go to the next circle, which is friends and family.
Yeah, and I think it's important to bring the whole family in, and not just because their sister has some issues that we all need to be aware of and sensitive to, but in the world, this is going to be a common occurrence that you're going to come into contact with people that have struggles. Sometimes you won't even know it. And so just being more sensitive toward other people, being more thoughtful about how you act, because we don't know what people are going through. And here's an example, from the outside, a lot of people can't tell that your sister has struggles, but you don't know when you're dealing with people what their struggles are.
There's levels of advocacy that each family may choose to go through depending on where they are in their stage of caring for their child. Or sharing testimonies from your child or from other children is a great way to reduce the stigma to other people, where they feel like your child is not the only one struggling with mental illness. This is a very common issue that adolescents and children go through. 1 in 4 kids go through some type of mental distress throughout their developmental period.
Juggling other people's opinions is a tough one. It's a tough one. And so I've learned to keep my circle of people whose opinions I care about very small. I care about professionals' opinions, and the people who I really know love our child, I care about their opinion. And outside of that, I'm pretty selective about who I even share things about her with.
I think it's important for parents to remember that their best is good enough for their child. Many parents want to do their best for their children by being perfect, and there are no such thing as perfect parents. And a child does not need a perfect parent. They need a present parent.
As parents, you feel like failures if you have to get help raising your kids and addressing some of these issues. And it's important to overcome that. And once you do and you start seeking just help, I feel like you become more aware that this is a common problem. You learn that. It helps really kind of embolden you to address these things head on, and there's a lot of help out there, and it's important to take advantage of all those resources.
what parents can do to help in these situations are just being honest about their experiences, maybe from their childhood, to kind of exposing them to people that they respect who have had mental illness and are flourishing. Those are two good ways that they can help their child kind of break that stigma for themselves.
Yeah, somebody told me at one point that if you want your kids to tell you the big things when they're teenagers or adults, then you have to listen to the little things, because to them they were always big things. And that's just stuck with me, to keep that perspective of the things that don't seem like a big deal to us are a really big deal to them.